And I had made a video earlier. When it comes down to certain software and computers, like I said, like Macs, Chromebooks, I don't even use all my laptops and computers like that anymore. I don't use those anymore. I don't use those. I still have a lot of information on a couple of them, like my studio equipment. I still have access to my studio equipment. A lot of that stuff is on one of my other laptops. I don't get up there and my cousin was all he was into doing the music and stuff like that. I was more into making beats and I could write. I'm a good writer. Um, and when it comes down to that, I feel like some of the stuff that they show on TV and the music that they are promoting, if they're not careful, it could also potentially set the younger generation back further now too, because they're promoting violence, which is higher in your black communities. They're promoting sex, which is they're not really explaining to these children the unwanted pregnancies and the STDs they could potentially pick up from having sex at oh boy, that's a conversation, a long conversation for another day. And they're also promoting the street culture, and it's setting our children back generation further and further. You have young teenagers who are having unwanted pregnancies, who are having their parents are spending so much time away from home, so it gives them the time to do so. And then here's a child that has to come up, and some of these teens have come up under a system where they're seeing their parents or whoever come up under Section 8, and they feel like it's cool. But when the government comes in and starts shutting down certain programs and assets like EBT cards, or they start they get rid of the Section 8, it's going to force a lot of people back to living at home with their the family structure. It's how it used to be anyway. People got away from that. We got away from that out of greed. Everybody wanted their own. And when you have enough land, yeah, a person can keep building and keep building. It'll be enough space for everyone. That's how our ancestors did it a long time ago, but we got away from it. All the resources were there on the land, bringing the wealth back to the home. But people will try to downplay a person who's trying to build something slowly. It takes a long time to build something that's going to have a solid foundation that will never be able to be torn down. Other people will try to come in and try to create chaos, and will try to make a person rush out there too fast, because that process probably worked for them. But when you try to force something that God is working in another person's life, sometimes you can go in there, you can throw that person off a course. People have to sit back and use their spirit of discernment and really be more present in their child's life, and don't let the school sit there and focus and raise them. Monitor what they're watching on their phones and social media, and the music they're listening to, and the friends that they hang around. Have to be more at home, because the individual can have their child in the best clothes and some of the best schools, and they can have them in some of the best after school programs, and sometimes those children still don't know how to thrive. in society because they have been structured and programmed to focus on one thing. That's why it's important for the father, for one, especially when there's a boy, and for the father to be there and raise that child up so he knows how to do anything. So when hard times come his way, he knows how to adapt and keep on thriving, keep on making it. Like I say, the music industry, man, some of the messages, the music, it promotes the message. I wish some of them would get out there and have more of an impact when changing the message. But those are my thoughts for the day. These are June's thoughts. Like I say, man, y'all be blessed, be encouraged, get into your word. Like I say, even in the Bible, it says a rich man will have a hard time struggling trying to get into the gates of heaven. So why are so many people struggling? Rushing to try to obtain wealth that they can't take with them and losing their soul in the process. Y'all be blessed now. Get into your word. If you just be man, this is much you feed your natural.